Well, very short video for a slight update on the compressor. Roll the credits. Welcome to the man cave. Let the games begin. So what has Man Cave been doing today? You can probably see the bracketry. I have been making brackets to get this compressor on here. I got a nice couple of irons, which I've got the engine bolted to. I've actually welded a stud onto the metal, so the metal sits flush, so there ain't a bolt head sitting through. So we've now got a stud welded there, and the same the other side. And this side, we got a bolt, same the other side, when I get it in. And what we're going to do is, I've even made a little cut out there so I can get the sump bung out, look. Now, let me show you what we're up to. If I tension this belt, what's on here, there we go, you'll see the belt's nicely tensioned. Where our hole come here is right in the way of the drain bung. But I needed two belts because there's a double pulley and I've only got one. So I've ordered two belts a bit longer. These are 1120s, I've ordered 1160s, which should allow that engine to move back clear of here. Now you're probably wondering, how are you going to do it? You ain't got any slotted holes. This is best answered with a visual aid. So let me get this belt off so I can get that engine out of the way. So what we're going to do is I'll line the engine up. Oh, I ain't got the camera and a tripod today, guys. Well, there we go. Basically, I'm going to have it so the engine sits there. Hence why I need longer belts. And I've got an adjuster here and an adjuster here. What I'm going to do, some of you will think, well, that's crude. I'm going to get like a big nut, like so. Weld him on the side of this bracket so I can put a nut and bolt through the middle of the big nut to act. So this is basically acting as my hole, if you know what I mean. We'll shove that engine over a little. Do you know what I mean? We'll have a nut on there, welded on there, and we can put our bolt through it, same there, and then we can slide it backwards and forwards to tension the belt. That is the plan. Now I can't do none of this until the belts turn up, and yeah, but I have the compressor unit bolted back on. After someone commented I put this pulley on the wrong way, I did go back and check on the video, because I thought, have I put this pulley on the wrong way? I haven't. That's how it came off, because I did go back and check the original video. So yeah, we've got the compressor unit bolted back on. She's all piped back up with PTFE tape, and everything's tightened and buttoned down, because all this was originally loose. So really, once we get this engine bolted on, once I get the two belts, which should turn up end of the week, there will be a little bit of welding to weld the nuts on there while I can get the bolts up through. Do you see what I mean? I can put a bolt up from behind and a nut on the top, and they will act as my holes. I mean, MIG welder's really strong, so you're not going to break it. They ain't going to break off. It'll definitely hold. And how I'm going to get my tension on the back, I've got to weigh this up. I've got to find a way of getting tension on the back here. And I think what I might have to do is make a fork, so to speak, out of similar stuff to this, and weld on the back of this base plate sticking out. Drill another hole here and here, so I can actually have a fork out the back like so, what the bolts will drop in to allow them to slide. Do you know what I mean? Because how you go about making a elongated hole in metal this thick, I don't know, because I've used some really thick metal there. You know, that's a good 1/4 inch thick, that. I think that's 10 mil, that's really strong stuff. So that's what we've done today. But yes, the compressor's on. We've got the pulley on the engine, as said. And there's actually a rubber dampener in this pulley. Because this pulley originally came off another one of these Petter diesels, but a 6 horsepower one, that ran a different compressor, which takes a lot bigger engine. And yes, I did try this engine originally on my bigger compressor, and it started, but as soon as it started building pressure, it basically stalled this engine out, because this is only 1.5 horsepower, and the other diesel, what came off, was 6 horsepower. So I do need a 6 horsepower engine to run my bigger compressor. But that's another job. We're doing this compressor at the minute. So that's what we're up against, guys. Very short video, but you can get a rough gist of what she looks like on there. She looks good. Somebody did mention about moving the engine to the other end so the weight weren't over the handles. That is a lot easier said than done, because all the pipe work would then have to be changed. We would have to reroute all this pipe work up to the other end. But like I said, what I am going to do is, although this is going to be portable, so to speak, I'm actually going to build a little garden trailer what go behind a ride-on lawnmower that this goes on, with a roof on it, one side, and then a back and a front, so it can basically live outside and get out the weather. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's basically what I was going to do. So now we're never going to lug this about on these handles. It's just going to go onto a trailer, and it'll be strapped on a trailer, and we can tow it about. And when I need to use it in the workshop, I can just park it outside the door there. And there you go. I might even run some airline actually in the workshop, that old metal airline what go along the wall, or even the plastic stuff. I might sort of kit the workshop out with airline and have an outlet on the outside where I can just plug the compressor into the outlet. Because the last thing you want is this thing chugging away inside your workshop. That would do your head right in. So no, she's going to have to be outside. But there you go. That's gone on there a treat, I think. We're just waiting for belts. Sorry I did all this off camera, but believe it or not, to sort them 2 bits of metal out, it's took me 5 damned hours to work this out. A lot of you go, oh, I'd had that done in 20 minutes. Well, maybe you could, but I had to think about how I was actually going to do this to get it to work. But there you go, we've done it. Right, that's it. I'm off. And I will see you on the next video. But that probably won't be until them belts have turned up. Anyhow, bye-bye for now. Ha ha ha.